Meet Derya. Derya is an oceanographer and scuba diver who cares deeply about the health of the world's oceans. Over the last century, scientists have observed a steady increase in the temperature of the oceans. This change in climate can have a dramatic effect on plants, animals, and the world at large. To protect the oceans, scientists need to collect temperature data for research. But the ocean is huge and their sampling is limited. So Derya thought of a way to increase sampling by uniting the millions of divers worldwide to contribute temperature data. Derya, you are an oceanographer. You study the ocean. What is it like to be an oceanographer?
It's amazing. Imagine your office is in the middle of the ocean and there's no land in sight for miles in any direction.
That's so cool.
You know, I know it sounds like a great life to have, but it does come with its own challenges. For example, how do you get the funding and the sea time when there's so much competition for research funding to study the thing you're passionate about? And even if you do, the ocean is so big, and yet we can only study such a small part of it and get data, but we just don't have enough manpower and funds to constantly monitor the health of our oceans and understand more about it.
What could scientists do with the data collected?
Monitoring the temperature of our oceans is very important because we already know that the ocean temperature is rising. And this has implications in fisheries management. For example, imagine a local community that depends on fishing for their economy. And with the warming of the oceans, the fish that they're used to catching will be moving north to colder waters.
That could be devastating.
That could be devastating.
Local
they
economy.
could lose their entire livelihood. That local community could just disappear. It has implications in conservation. Manta rays, for example, or other large animals like whales, sharks, their behavior and migration might follow food patterns, which is directly related to the ocean temperature.
What's the plan?
Well, let me tell you a story. I was in Hawaii for a conference, and naturally I skipped all the conference sessions and went diving.
I don't blame you.
I was sitting on the bottom of the seafloor, and I saw a diver in the background just descending to the bottom. And I looked at him and I thought, he's actually a temperature sensor. He's sampling the ocean temperature as he descends, because divers wear dive computers, which look like oversized watches like this, and they have thermistors in them. So every diver has done has a temperature observation. That night I went back to the hotel room and I bought the domain name Divers4Oceanography with the intention of setting up a platform where scuba divers from all around the world would submit temperature data, and then scientists who need these data would come and download and use it for their research.
Is the idea to share the data for free?
Yes.